me just Hey guys, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in for another video. I am sorry that I have been slacking on uploading videos. There's a lot of things I wanted to do, a lot of videos I wanted to make, but I don't know, it's just a lot of life decisions has been popping up, so I haven't been able to sit down, edit, record, and release a video out to you guys, but that's kind of changing hopefully with this video. I have a big life decision to make, so if you guys can kind of keep me in your prayers to pray that I make the right decision, that would be amazing. But what have I been up to? What has a Supra been up to? Let's do an update because it's been a little bit of time before. It's been a little bit since I made a video, I think around a month, so I think it's fair that we do a little bit of an update. Well, for starters, after I got the MSS lowering spring on, by the way, MSS lowering springs, phenomenal. If you guys are kind of debating between HKS and MSS, obviously do your research, but my recommendation is MSS, primarily because our car is kind of a BMW, but don't worry about that. MSS lowering springs, amazing lowering springs to have on the Supra. After that video, I went ahead and went to TF Works, which is a local drift motorsports shop in the area, and I got an alignment done. My alignment that I kind of had it configured to was daily driving as well as some occasional autocross. So there's a little bit more toe in the rear. Front of the car does not have camber arms, so I would have to get the Verus Engineering camber plates to make that adjustable. But overall, the car has been riding pretty good. Before I did any of that, like the Supra was, the alignment was super off, and I knew that because when I would go over a bump, I would essentially kind of like fishtail, and that's because the rear alignment was off due to the toe amount. But I got that all fixed now. Anything else? Well, I'll show you guys later, but the canards on the Supra did fly off. All right, guys, so I had to pull over, and I'm at the side of this just area. I was gonna go to Costco, and then something happened. This guy fell off. So this guy fell off, but you're probably wondering, where's the other? Well, this guy freaking fell off on the highway too, so now I'm missing one of my canards. Damn it. That's a problem. It does look better though without it, but damn. That was probably my bad of installing it during the winter. Realistically, I should have installed it during the summer or warmer months so the 3M could actually adhere properly. But yeah, I did some spirited driving, and due to all the downforce, it just flew off, and now I only have one canard left. So if you guys are looking to buy one Sabre Design canard, hit me up. Happy to talk to you about it. But that's happening, and I think the Supra kind of looks better without the canards for now, at least the front, because I don't have anything to bounce it out in the rear. So when I get that wing, maybe I'll look into another set of canards to put on the Supra. Maybe I'll do it correctly with self-tapping screws or something to make it stay there more. Other than that, today we have a new install.
The next day.
What is going on, guys? We're back in Kenny's garage. I just call it Kenny Han's garage. A lot of things kind of happened. So I just got the car up. We're doing the install. I didn't even tell you guys what part we're doing, but I just got the car up, and I realized that I lost a screw. So there is a Phillips screw head somewhere going rogue around here. And I really hope I don't drive over it. Damn it. This install is not going to plan. Like, before I even started recording, me trying to get this car up, the jack handle came out of like that area, that point where you're supposed to put it in and then, you know, twist it.
That's what she said.
But it came out, and then my jack got stuck under the car, and I couldn't remove the jack from underneath the car because my car is so low, and the exhaust, the piping was just blocking it, as well as I was already mated to that rear diff, and I couldn't, like, I don't, everything was just going, and so I tried to unscrew the jack, and let me just show you guys. So basically everything was going bad, and I look at this, I already have a battle scar here because I smashed my head against one of these screws that was holding up the exhaust manifold area, the exhaust area. I'm just saying stuff. I'm like super
all over the place right now. So basically what happened was this guy came out because I was an idiot and I didn't lock this guy down. So this whole thing came out. When I was underneath the car, like this was already mated onto that jack point and I couldn't pull it out because right behind that jack point is the rear diff where you're not supposed to, you know, mess with it because it'll damage the fins. And so I was like trying to wiggle this thing around, trying to figure out some way how to like lower this. I even tried to take off this plate and try to unscrew the tension manually, but I couldn't get any like vice grips or anything, like any clamps in there because I was just so low to the ground. And finally I got a ratchet in here and I managed to loosen it. And then when I loosened it and then pulled it out, then I lost a bunch of screws. And now there's screws running rogue here and I'm kind of worried because I don't want anybody to get a flat in this garage just because a Phillips head screw ran rogue. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. This install isn't going as planned. All right, we're just gonna continue on with the video. I found it. It was stuck in my toolbox. All right, it's going a little bit better now. All right, so you guys are probably wondering, what are we installing today? We are installing the Verus Engineering rear diffuser for the A90 Supra. So this guy, we're installing this guy for the A90 Supra. It's still in its original packaging. You know, just got it not too long ago. And from what I can tell, this is the only functional diffuser for the Supra platform. Actually, I lied. I think there's one more. I think Adro also makes one. But that one is a little bit more like carbon fiber and it's supposed to go and replace your rear bumper. So this guy gets replaced. And it does also have fins like this guy. So these are some fins that is supposed to help better channel air when air is getting distributed from the front all the way to underneath the car and also to the rear. So this guy is actually, from my opinion, the better functional aero you can get on the car. Obviously, it's Verus Engineering, so you know that it's been well tested. A lot of guys on the track who do time attack and all those things run Verus Engineering, especially on the Supra platform. It is one of the more quality parts if you want to do time attack, autocross, whatever. This is the good aero that you should go with. So we're gonna have to install this guy. I know for a fact on the A90 Supra, especially if you run some of the aftermarket exhaust, it doesn't fit. So any of the AWE exhaust, it's not gonna fit. However, I'm running MagnaFlow, which I might have to do some trimming, and I think the trimming that's gonna be required is actually this part, which it kind of bolts up next to the exhaust piping. So I think I might have to trim this out a little bit more because this is obviously meant for the stock exhaust piping. So that's probably the only aftermarket additional trimming that I might have to do. But other than that, let's get started on installing this thing because low-key kind of annoyed. Guys, I swear, I'm gonna buy quick jacks next. I'm like done raising up this car with like a low profile jack. I'm buying quick. We're going underneath the car now. So this is the part where I flip this around. Okay, so you gotta remove 6 bolts. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So there, don't remove these 2 center ones. So right behind the third brake light, there's these 2 center ones. There's these 2 like center button looking things. Remove the 4 bolts around it. So there's 2 on each side. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Move those guys, as well as you need to remove this guy as well. So it's gonna be right there. That's a bolt. All of them are 8 millimeters. And you first remove that one, and then there's like a plastic like headpiece that comes out in 2. We'll get to that later. But first remove the bolt first, and then you can tackle that. So there's one right there. And zooming out, on the other side, there's one right there. It's hidden. You can't really see it because it blends in with this black plastic piece. But you remove those 2, and those are where the brackets sit. I don't know. The cardboard is like the OG way to do it. The floor creeper thing, I don't know, not really my thing. There's also a lot of rocks hitting my face. So we have all of the bolts out. So these are the 4 that are from the front bumper. And then these are the 2 that are supposed to be annoying. So the screw is supposed to come out first. And then in that area, as you can see, there's a hole there. If you peel back a little bit of the plastic, you see that there is a, like, kind of like like a white plastic piece right there. It's like a 2-piece. So we have to get that out, and you have to squeeze the top of the head. Squeeze the top of the head, so up top, so it gives us space, and then that's when you pry open the bottom. So that one's a little bit annoying to get out, so we're gonna try to get that out.
One eternity later.
Guys, I don't know how I did it, but I got it. So this guy is supposed to come off here, well, back there. It's supposed to, the top, which is this thing, is supposed to be stuck in the car, in the chassis, and then this flat part, it's a 2-piece. It's supposed to come out, because that's where your bolt screws up into. So that's how it's supposed to work. I did it, but I don't know what the heck happened here. Yeah, I gotta figure something out to fix this part. Alright, well, now we install the brackets. So we're gonna get those 4 brackets. We're gonna get these guys, those 4 guys right there, and then we're going to install them onto the 4 screws that we took out from the rear bumper. Guys, so we're at the part where we install the brackets. So I feel like, okay, real talk. Verus Engineering, if you're watching this, I feel like you have to really update your A90 Supra rear diffuser install video. I think in that video, you kind of made it a little bit too quickly in terms of giving users detail on what they're doing. I feel like it's fair to assume that when they're installing this, they don't know anything about how to install a rear diffuser. And at that point, I feel like it's fair to go a little bit in detail into what parts you should be using and where you should be applying it, as well as the orientation. Just saying M4 hardware doesn't give the user any depth into what M4 hardware means. I mean, you have so many pieces here. You have these guys, you have these guys, you have these guys, you have these guys. Like, what does M4 hardware mean? Does this mean M4 hardware? Like, come on, you have to give more detail to the user when they are working through this to figure out what M4 hardware is. I thought you guys meant this. Like, this looks pretty straightforward. No, but it's actually this. And so, yeah, you have to give a little bit more detail into how to set these guys up. That's just my rant, because it doesn't seem like there's a video out there, nor did Verus did a good job on explaining you guys what to do. So essentially, this is what the piece they're asking you to do. So you're supposed to take this guy and bolt it up to the 4 that you have taken out. So it should be 1, 2, 3, 4. For these 2 center, you could use the OEM ones because you would have to cut the heat shield to reach the nut that goes at the top. But for the 2 on the side, you could use these guys because this is the new and updated piece of hardware that they supplied. So how it's supposed to go is, oh damn. How it's supposed to go is hardware, and then you're supposed to put this on, and it's supposed to go like this. So it's supposed to go horizontal. The slit is supposed to be horizontal, not vertical. I did a mistake of doing this, but it's supposed to be like this. So you can adjust the diffuser. And then you put the nut on at the top. So it should go, if I were to, 3D disassemble this, it should go like this. That should how it should be for at least the 2 sides. This one and then that one. So we're gonna get this one started. We have 2 more things to put on. Man, this video is turning into a roast a how-to video, but you gotta put these side guys on, and in that install video, there was like, that came later. I'm just being maybe like a little bit too much of a critic, and I'd only figured about this part after like I was fussing around figuring out how to like set these pieces together. But we got to put these side brackets on, which are different from the brackets, which are different from the pieces of that plastic 2-piece part. It's not those, and it's not the front brackets, because of the front brackets are already on. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're dangling. Now we gotta put these 2 guys on, and I'll show you guys where you guys put it on. So essentially, right here, you put it on right here. This guy you unloosen, and then you put this guy on. Kind of the same thing how you did it with the other ones. So it should be horizontal, I think, like this or so. So you have adjustability of the diffuser, but it should be like this. Make sure that it goes over this plastic piece. You don't want it to be on this plastic. Sorry. Make sure it goes next to the plastic piece. You don't want it to be on the plastic piece. Right next to it. So it goes bolt, bracket, and then you're good to go. And you're using the OEM hardware. Everything is looking good. Okay, let's do a recap. So we have these two, which are the front brackets, front back brackets, equal 4, and then we have the side bracket, one there. And then we'll do a little roll, one there, and then we have the rear bracket right there. You guys can see it. Boom, right there again. Nut, washer, serrated bolt. It's not going anywhere. And then one more rear bracket right there. Nut, washer, serrated bolt. All good. So, oh yeah, and it's going lateral. Lateral to the car. Not vertical, lateral. So that's important. So all that's left to do is bolt up the rear diffuser. Actually, not true. I lied. One more piece I have to do. Since I'm running the MagnaFlow exhaust on this car, I have to find out how much I need to trim. And I think that's because of the exhaust piping and how MagnaFlow runs a very fat piping. But yeah, let me figure that out and then start cutting some metal.
A few moments later.
Wait, what the f? Really not mounting at all. This piece is getting caught by the metal, and literally there's a MagnaFlow plate that connects these two exhaust pipes together, and I think this piece is not letting the mounting bracket for these guys sit flush. So I'm pretty sure I gotta cut off this guy, or like make like a small little trim. I gotta do something because this is the reason why I can't mount it. My assistant came and now we're going to do the trimming needed on the diffuser. So basically our strategy is we're just gonna cut this guy off because it doesn't bolt up at all, this piece on. So we're just gonna cut it straight off, just the side, just clean cut off the side, and it should be okay.
거기는 괜찮아. 여기는 에어가 이렇게 가니까 여기가 이 에어가 못 들어가야 돼. 안으로. 인사이드 에어가 이리 못 들어가야 돼. 에어가 come 프로그램 되게 되잖아. 그러니까 여기는 더 좀 내려. over here more. That's why they put extra. You know?
So these are the two brackets that kind of sit on the sides of the middle part. Cut them out because there's no way that this can fit along with the MagnaFlow exhaust. So they would kind of sit like this, and then we just, they kind of sit like this, and then we just kind of did a insertion and then cut them out. So if you're running the MagnaFlow exhaust, I'm pretty sure this is what you have to do. This is what I mean by straight. See? Oh, it's straight. This part is straight. It should be straight to the ground.
No, it's good.
Is it actually straight? So it's running straight to the ground. Because when the air comes into the front, it gets channeled through the middle and it gets to the back. You want it to be parallel to the ground, so it could have, so all that air can then be dispersed out. I don't know, I think it's called rake or strafe or something like that, but all I know is this is supposed to be straight for a lot of people who are running stock. So if you guys did everything properly, you guys should be able to hang from the diffuser since it's chassis mounted. So you should be able to. Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's long and steady.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's good. Okay. That's good.
One winner later.
Yo, what is up? So it's been some time since I had the Verus Engineering diffuser on the car, and I would like to say, sorry about the little wind, it is a little bit hot out, so this wind feels nice. I would like to say, honestly, it does work really well. I mean, Verus Engineering, for those of you guys that are new to the Supra platform and just new to tracking your cars, Verus Engineering is a very reputable brand in terms of performance parts, both aero, suspension setup. They're just very reputable within the A90 and just other platform space. In general, they're your like go-to performance shop in my opinion when it comes to this platform. Like I mentioned before, there are not a lot of other diffusers out there in the market that are functional as well as aesthetically pleasing. In my opinion, Verus Engineering is the most functional because you have these massive fins and you also have the adjustability to set your rake. I think that's what's called rake, depending on your setup. So that's why I went with Verus Engineering. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap up the video here. One thing I do want to say lastly when it comes to this part is that I feel actually super suctioned onto the ground when I'm driving. It just feels a lot more stable at high speeds. And it's just kind of a weird feeling. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have this rear diffuser, what you guys think, if you guys are also feeling the same thing. I mean, if it's doing its job, that's what it's supposed to do, right? So let me know. Anyways, thanks guys for watching. We're back. It's spring. Summer's right around the corner. We're gonna have a good time making videos for y'all. I'm gonna have a fun time making videos for y'all and releasing content to y'all. So go ahead, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, follow me, go on Instagram, do whatever it takes, because our goal is to hit 1,200 subs by the end of the year. We're halfway there, and I know for a fact we can do it. Anyways, guys, thanks guys for watching. Thanks guys for watching another Kenny Han video. As always, drive safe. Peace. It is hot.
See ya.